Hey guys, it's Rush. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the channel. I haven't given up on Street Fighter 6. I haven't given up on Ken. I'm definitely playing it more casually these days, but I'm still making content, so don't worry. I haven't given up on you guys either when it comes to Street Fighter 6 Ken. This video is an interesting one because the concept for it came from the YouTube AI. So I've seen this before. Basically what it is, if you have a YouTube channel, you can use the artificial intelligence to suggest videos, and I've used it before, just clicked on it to see what it suggests. And I remember when I first used it, I did chuckle at a few of these suggestions, but I didn't really look in detail at what it suggests. So it looks at my content, it looks at your comments to decide on good topics for the channel. And I was like proper laughing at this. So like you'll see them on the screen now, but there were some really good suggestions or some really bad suggestions. Some of them, like I can't believe how accurate the suggestions were, but I'm not going to be covering my frustrations with Drive Rush and Street Fighter 6, but I will be covering Corner JINRAI. Corner JINRAI is actually one of the things that I get asked about a lot. There's a lot of combo routes and there's a lot of setups you can use in the corner. So I want to cover the things that I do and some of the gotchas and the things you need to be aware of when you're going for the more tricky routes, because the truth is, consistency with the JINRAI juggles, particularly the grounded ones, it's tough. Like if you think you're the only one that can't get them consistently, you see it at high level. People drop them all the time. High level players who are using JINRAI, it's a difficult thing to do. So yeah, that's the video. We'll go over some JINRAI corner stuff. So it makes total sense to start with the grounded JINRAI juggles because they're the ones that I feel are asked the most about because of the timing. So it's this sequence here. You do a, whatever it is that gets you into this sequence, you do a heavy kick JINRAI, and you go for a low shin kick, the low kick afterwards. You can't mash this because you mash it, it will whiff. So there's an ever slight delay to get the follow-up. There is no trick to this other than practice. Just do this sequence over and over again, but there's a marginal delay to get this. If I try that again. If I like sound out when I press, this is like the timing. So it's like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. But the one thing I will say about this is that's the timing for my setup. For my monitor, I'm on a OLED monitor. It's on like a high refresh rate. I'm on PC. These things make a big difference. Even the controller you're using. So I'm on a 1000 hertz polling controller. So that's the timing for me on my setup. But for you, it may not be the same. It may be different. So once you do get that though, the one, oh, sorry, I did the punch, didn't I first? So it's 1, 2. I got it wrong there. So that was delayed too long. 1, 2. That seems quite consistent. But once you get that, 1, 2. That was, you actually heard that in my voice. It was too quickly. So let's get the timing. 1, 2. 1, 2. Once you do that, the rest you can mash. So once you get that first JINRAI juggle, the light JINRAI afterwards into the low, you can literally mash. Just do it as fast as possible. Mash the low kick and it always hits. Let's do it again. Oops. 1, 2. Mash it. And from there, you can do heavy DP, you can do level 3, you can do EX Tatsu. That always works. And you guys already know this because you're Ken experts. I'll do it again. 1, oh gosh, let's do it. 1, 2. Crap. 1, 2. The follow-up, if you want to go for level 3, 1, 2, is light kick JINRAI into the heavy kick and cancel that into level 3. That's your optimal route. So I'm going to throw out an OS here. I've actually fiddled with my controller quite a lot and it doesn't feel the best right now. So that's why I'm getting a few drops. That's my OS. Don't judge me. So if you want to get the OD or the EX follow-ups with JINRAI in the corner, you have to land a perfectly timed low kick after the heavy JINRAI kick. There is a visual indicator, but other than that, there's nothing else to tell you if you've got the perfectly timed one. So you have to really eyeball the height of your opponent as you land the low kick. And it's, for me, I know there's a difference, but I can't really tell the difference. I'll be totally honest with you. So let's try some examples of this. I won't do the 1, 2 for the timing. That'll just annoy you in this video. So let's just call out whether if it's a good one or a bad one. That was good. Yeah, so that was high. It's the high one you can kind of tell, but the not high one is the one I can't always spot. So let's try and get a bad one now. Bad one? No, that's another good one. High again. Yeah, I could see that was high. High. Wow, look at all these consistently high ones. See, that to me looked like a high juggle, but yeah, it's a high one. I can tell that's high. Okay, so yeah, I can't really tell when it's not a high one. It's really strange. Like when it's not high enough, I doubt myself, but when it is high enough, I can kind of tell. So there's no trick on the timing for that, unfortunately. It's just the window of time is very tight to get the perfect juggle. Sometimes I feel like I do the perfect timing, but I don't go high enough. So it's a tricky one. There's no cheat to get that right. You just you've got to be, if you're going for the EX or OD juggle, you just got to be confident. And if you screw it up, you screw it up. It's one of those. If you screw it up, it is what it is. Don't worry about it. So the next juggle I will do in the corner is with Chin Buster. So there's a few situations you may get this, but essentially it's when you do that juggle. So you get them in a juggle state and then you go for OD. And there's a number of situations where you can go into the OD JINRAI heavy kick follow-up. What am I trying to articulate here? So for this, the juggle you want to do is EX JINRAI kick into the high kick, and then you'll do a medium JINRAI into the high kick again. This is the optimal route, but the timing on this is very tricky. And the reason why it's tricky, it's not the actual combo that's hard. It's making sure you land the heavy DP at the end, because that has a tendency to whiff because it's 7-frame startup. So let me try it first. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. So the trick is, in my opinion, is you do the medium JINRAI, but you've got to kind of not delay the follow-up too much. There's an ever so slight delay, but not too much. That's instantaneous. That's slightly delayed. I think that would have been the right timing. That's probably too delayed. It's all about the medium JINRAI heavy kick follow-up timing. See, too early. Perfect. There we go. But it's risky. I don't like using this combo route because you can drop. And the other thing about this is you can't do a medium or a light DP just in case you're going to get the drop. So you go for a faster DP because light DP is 5 frames, medium is 6 frames. So doing a faster DP makes sense, but it doesn't connect in that scenario. The only other option you've got is to do level 2 super or to do OD DP because those are both 6-frame startup. I sometimes do this where it's a lot of bar to spend in this situation. So even there, I knew that was going to whiff because of how low the dummy was. Let's try it again. That will connect. So that's a workaround, but it's a lot of meter to spend. So my tip for this is to do a light JINRAI kick afterwards. That is a lot easier to do. It's not as optimal, but that makes the follow-up at the end easier to confirm, basically, because you do the low kick at the end, props them up, and you can literally get all of your combo enders there. You can get your 7-frame special. I don't know if you can get EX Tattoo, not that you probably would, because that's quite a lot of meter, but let's try it. Okay, that does work as well. So yeah, you have options. That's a 9-frame startup move, so that to me feels a lot easier. So next up is drive impact. If you hit them with drive impact and they get wall splat, or if they block and they get wall splattered, you can go for quite an easy combo route here, if I remind myself. So you do stand heavy punch, but you cancel the stand heavy punch into heavy kick JINRAI, heavy kick follow up. So you just mash that entirely. Normally you'd get a light punch DP only in that situation, but because they're slightly higher up off the ground, you actually get a 6-frame follow up here. So you can do level 2, you can do EX DP, and you can do medium DP as well. So you have those options. Now, these are not particularly the most optimal, but you have those options to make that situation easier. Well, there's this. It's not optimal, but it's really easy to do. If you drive impact them, you do stand heavy punch, And then you can start into light fireball, and that sets you up for a medium DP. That's also an option. I don't know why you'd go for that over the other one, because the other one's pretty easy. But there is that, which is pretty cool. Want to spend meter? You can do OD JINRAI kicks. That is a good option. And you go for the light JINRAI kick, low follow-up there. Or you can even do the double EX JINRAI kicks. Obviously, it depends on your meter, because you don't want to burn yourself out. But that is another easy option to go for. And now for my favorite juggle that I always screw up in the corner with JINRAI is when you get a punish counter stand heavy kick. Now, the easy route here is just do a drive rush into stand heavy punch. And from there, you just cancel into heavy kick JINRAI, do another heavy kick. And that should set you up for a 6-frame special follow-up. So that'll be medium DP, OD or EX DP, or a level 2 super. So it really does limit your choices if you do this, but that is very reliable. That's a medium DP there. If you want big damage, you want to keep it simple, just do the heavy kick JINRAI, but don't cancel off it, and that will combo or juggle into everything. You can do OD JINRAI kicks here, of course. Again, be very careful with the follow-up. So if you do a medium JINRAI kick, as I did there, into the high kick, that DP, the heavy DP I did at the end there, again, has a tendency to whiff. So doing the light JINRAI kick can make life a bit easier in that scenario, similar to what we saw with Jim Buster. If you're very unconfident with the follow-ups after the heavy kick JINRAI, or you don't want to go for the more difficult routes, if it's a kill situation, you have this option to go for, and I reckon you shouldn't sleep on this. After doing the heavy kick JINRAI, you can do an OD Dragon Lash. Now, yes, that takes you out of the corner, but for damage and kill situations, that's not a bad idea. You can see it works in a number of situations. With Chin Buster, heavy JINRAI whiffs, so you can do a medium JINRAI, just the JINRAI kick, not the follow-up, and the OD Dragon Lash works there as well. And you can even do it after the OD JINRAI into the heavy kick follow-up, so it's a lot more meter. If you want to spend 2 or 4 bars essentially of OD meter, you can do that. So OD JINRAI, heavy kick, and then an OD Dragon Lash. When it comes to JINRAI setups in the corner, the only real ones I use, well, I always use the safe jump, the Chin Buster into medium JINRAI. That leaves you plus 42. So if the opponent wakes up with a DP, you can still bait the DP and get a meaty in that situation. That is a true safe jump. I sometimes use this, but I don't use it very often these days. But if you do Chin Buster into heavy JINRAI, that does whiff. But if you time it right, you can get a meaty overhead like that. But I don't really use this that much anymore. If you land it, it's plus 4. Another thing I sometimes do is if I do a drive rush, stand heavy punch, and they're in the corner, even mid-screen actually, I'll do a heavy JINRAI. That will frame trap if they mash a button. It does have a gap, of course, so they can mash super between that. But that's pretty good because it allows for a full conversion if you confirm the heavy JINRAI. You can do drive rush crouch heavy punch into heavy JINRAI. This is better in the corner because it will trade. And on the trade, you can get bigger damage combos. In terms of JINRAI setups, that's the main ones I use. I'm only covering the ones that I particularly use in my gameplay. But that's the video, guys. Thank the AI, not me, for this video because the AI inspired me to make it. But I appreciate you watching nevertheless. Thank you, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.